So this is going to be a small thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
We just watched Okay, well, this is my third time watching Obsession. This is Luke's first time watching Obsession. And, how did you like it, man? How did you like it?
Yeah, honestly, it was a really fucking good movie, dude. Oh my
I
gosh.
know, I
Like,
know, it's so fucking
fucking,
good.
I don't know exactly, like a lot of the aspects, like the fucking cinematography, the fucking
Yep,
soundtrack,
yep.
I love like how it's well, a lot of the fucking dialogue, after making that fucking wish, just seems so fucking uncomfortable, but yet so authentic. I don't like it's like even from like obviously like Nikki's obviously gonna be like like obviously uncomfortable because she's kind of like possessed after that, but even like fucking Bear, he like knows underlined what he did. He's just in denial
Okay, yeah,
about admitting that he fucking caused this,
yeah. So
and
I
because he wants it to work out.
I have a
But
I have a lot of notes that I wrote down for this third time, and so I'm gonna pick out a few. We're gonna chat about it, so I don't want this to be
okay,
like super duper long. Because I'm just gonna cut all. I'm not even gonna cut any of this. It's just going to be like full raw. I'm just gonna put some visuals over it and all that good shit. I just hit my
okay,
microphone. That's great. Then I'm just gonna post it at some point.
okay.
But the first thing is that the quote unquote entity that controls Nikki, it's never explicitly stated on whether it's like some sort of demon or some sort of like or it's never even like really explicitly stated that it's an entity, but it is something that isn't Nikki. It's like
Yeah,
a version of her that was conjured up from Bear's subconscious, almost sort of speak, or not
yeah.
not 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 from Bear's subconscious, but from Bear's
More like just like from
from
his
his
wish.
yeah, from his words, from the words that he spoke. Like, I wish Nikki loved me more than anyone else in the fucking world. And I think it was just, I think, and this might be like reaching too deep into it, but I think it's just that this specific phrasing and just like
Yes.
like how much he meant it really solidified that whole monkey's paw esque type of
Yeah,
wish.
like be careful what you wish for, sort of thing. Because it's like
Exactly.
I feel like if there's other kind of ways he could have gone about, wishing for it. Like instead of just like making such a direct thing, probably other aspects to like wish for himself just make that easier than like a direct wish of just like forcing her to love him
Yeah.
that much. And just like you said, it's like the fucking phrasing of the way that he wishes it just can
Hold on.
definitely.
I'm gonna turn you down just a bit
Okay.
because I completely forgot I turned you all the way up because I had to turn the movie up. So sorry for the first like 3 minutes of this. He's gonna be kind of loud. But yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
I totally understand what you mean there.
yeah, there's like so many other like kind of ways he could have wished for it, but making like such
Yeah,
like like just a
yeah,
strong wish, but yet can be interpreted in like a like any kind of way is just kind of leaves it open for
leaves it
the
open to
worst to happen.
interpretation.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It it's so it's crazy because like when I watched this movie, I thought about the monkey's paw, and it turns out that um he watched, I think it was like the monkey's paw remake. Like Curry Baker watched the monkey's paw like when he was like a little kid, and that's what helped him. Not that's not what happened. That's what kind of inspired this movie was him remembering that movie from his childhood but putting his own little twist on it, and I thought that was really fucking
Don't
cool.
spin on it.
Yeah, because he didn't just use the monkey's paw. They came up with the One Wish Willow just for that. They wanted something that was like a little whimsical, something like original, and they came
Yeah,
up with the One Wish Willow, and everything from the packaging to the actual like One Wish Willow itself is so fucking cool. It's so
it,
great, and like you kept bringing up while we were watching the movie, like the off, just like the how off the music is,
yeah,
and
the off-filtered music box. Yeah, I
yes,
really like that
yeah,
kind of touch to it.
yes, thank you, because when you brought that up, I was thinking like when I was watching that movie, I was thinking the same fucking thing. I was like, yes, that is such an off-putting, but almost kind of like whimsical little tone.
Yeah,
That's almost just it's so it's just unsettling enough for it to be like weird, but it's also just not so that you wouldn't really think about it outside of the context of a horror movie, and it just works so perfectly. It works
yeah.
so well.
Like the tune itself, seems like just more just like you say, like a whimsical sort of thing.
Yeah,
But I feel like the way that it was like breaking down or getting distorted, kind of like sets like a tone for like what is kind of like in stored from each time you made a wish. Because I felt like it was like even like the third time opening it up, it like was even fucking even more distorted.
yeah, yeah. Um, I think one of the not highlighted things, but something that I just noticed during the third viewing of this movie, and I think I had I think it's because I was trying to pay attention to more things because I was intending on doing this right after, anyways, was that during I think the first like 45 minutes of the movie when like for the sake of simplicity, not Nikki. So like the Nikki that comes after the wish. So not Nikki. For the first like 30 to 45 minutes that I could remember that she's there. She would have like this the music in the background. I think the music is called Love in the Air. But especially for the first like few scenes that you have her in that music would sort of play, and then when real Nikki kind of came back out, the music would just kind of suddenly stop, and then it would kind of start up again when she comes back to it. And that was especially in the first two scenes. So the first scene where he's in the car right after he makes the wish, and she's like kind of like snapping out of it. She's like, "Oh, that's weird. That's crazy."
Fuck.
And then she goes
Yeah.
back. The music starts playing again, and then again when they're in his apartment or in his house or whichever. When they're in his place and they're laying in the bed together, and remember when they're like kissing and making out, that music is playing in the background, but it suddenly just stops and
Yeah.
she's like freaking the fuck out because real Nikki just comes back, and then
Yeah, because
Love is in the Air plays again as she's kind of like I don't know if it was Love is in the Air plays again, but it was some other like background track starts playing as fake Nikki starts to take over again, and it feels just a bit gradual, especially in those first two scenes where it's like they're almost fighting for control, and then not Nikki wins throughout
yeah.
most of it until we get into like the latter part of the movie where the music in that sense starts to not play that sort of role. It starts to play a role in
Or like a
different aspects. But I always thought I thought that was kind of interesting that they kind of
yeah, that
distinguished how they kind of distinguished at first when real Nikki was there and when fake Nikki wasn't. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know if you
yeah.
noticed that.
I I kind of did from like the beginning, but I didn't really pick up on it too much like later through the movie. But I will say,
Yeah.
like I did notice from like the initial thing, like where they're like sitting in the car and stuff. But I
Yeah.
think it's just like kind of like a subtle touch, just like you can.
Oh, definitely.
But like at the same time, I feel like that's like a good way of like indicating or just like slightly showing, just like if like when she's like being not Nikki or like or like when she comes back. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
they a subtle way to like make it and like a cool friend, like I don't know, like editing's the right word, or just like the choice of music, I guess,
The
of like framing.
yeah.
I think
I
that's really
think
good.
yeah, I think that I think they kind of did it. I feel like it was I feel like it was very it was very obvious that they made the choice to do that in like the first portion of the movie, and then they decided that the Nikki's actor was good enough to where they didn't really need to do that every time it happened, because Nikki's actor, I'll put the name up on the little screen there. She is very good at
Most
just
definitely.
completely like doing those 180s. It is
Yeah,
insane.
the
So
switch up.
this yeah, the switch ups are just they're so good. And just the faces, just everything. Just it God, it melds together. It's
Probably the
so
best acting throughout the movie.
and the fact that it's not like these like big Hollywood actors, it's like people that you've never heard of before getting to express themselves. It's so good.
Yeah.
Um, shit. All right, let me look. Oh, another one is Bear's gradual descent into becoming a villain. Um,
Yes.
so I feel like you picked up on that. You picked up on that pretty well. And it's not like it's not the most obvious thing. It's very it's quite obvious, especially
Yes.
I feel like it's the most obvious during the dinner scene when he gets a call from when Bear gets a
Uh.
call from his friend,
Yeah.
and he's telling Bear like Nikki's lying about her father having cancer, and then it immediately cuts back to him breaking it and then her suddenly starting to act strange.
Yeah. It's like
That's
at that point, like he knows something is wrong, but he goes through it anyways. And I felt like like the scene
dude,
after
I'm sorry, some
of them.
fucking asshole is revving his oh my god. I don't know if you
No,
heard that, but Jesus Christ, this is what I have to deal with
no,
almost
I
all the
didn't.
fucking time. No, but yeah, no, when it shows that, I feel like that was their way of telling us that that was when Bear finally put two and
Knew
two
he was doing
together,
something wrong.
and he knew he was doing something wrong, which always
Yeah, I
makes the
felt like it
sex
was so
scenes
unsafe. Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
about to
which always
say.
makes the sex scenes so much
Disturbing.
yeah, so disturbing. And that actually brings up another little note that I put down is that um so there are two scenes in particular that comes to mind when I bring this up, but not Nikki not actually expressing the emotions she's trying to portray to Bear. Number one is when she's fake crying about her dad having cancer in the car. You see her put her head down and she's like fake crying. When she looks up, you don't see any tears or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then there's one I think it was yeah, I think it was after the very awkward date scene where she like gets up and she's like, no. I thought we were having a good date. Like after that, you see him having sex with her, and she's going through the motions. She's like, doing all the dirty talk. But when you see her face, it's almost blank. There's no emotion there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like the most disturbing part, especially when you come to find out that Nikki not only comes to like real Nikki not only comes to every now and again, but that she is
Then
aware but has
yeah.
no control over anything. And I think
Yeah, like
that is disturbing.
yeah, that's like fucking awful. Like the one she was like I felt like the worst part was like when she was just like begging Bear to fuck like please kill me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because she's going through all of that. And oh my god, dude, I fucking hate Bear's reply. It's just, well, instead of, like, evaluating, like, hey, she does not want this at all. This is kind of fucked up that I put her through this. Instead, he's like, what's so wrong? What's so bad about being with me? Like, you fucking piece of shit, dude.
I feel like that's the
What the
brilliant thing.
fuck?
I feel like that's the brilliant thing about that. Like, there's something brilliant about that because it's the you know, I'm pretty sure
Insecurity.
you've been on the internet long enough to know about the nice guy sort
Yeah.
of archetype. That's kind of where like I see Bear is that
Yeah.
he's an attractive enough guy. He just doesn't have the confidence, and he would rather take
Yeah.
the easy way out. He would rather have this full control and try to make it work with this entity that's clearly taken over Nikki and
Yeah.
clearly holding Nikki at the backseat. He knows that, but he
Yeah,
just
he
doesn't
knows
care.
it.
He just wants to make it work. And I feel like that was like that's incredibly obvious throughout the entire thing, where he's just like, "We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work." Or like,
Yeah. Like, he knows something
un-
is wrong,
yeah,
but he just is in denial.
yeah.
He's trying to convince himself
Yeah,
that it's like,
well,
this will
no,
be okay.
I don't think he's trying to convince himself. I think he just knows, and he's just trying to gain as much control over the situation. Because the reason why I say that is because in the scene where they're arguing at the dinner table in Bear's house after the party scene, where he's just like, "Why can't you act normal? Why can't you act more like Nikki?" And they're both yelling at each other.
Yeah.
He's like yelling and screaming. He's like, "Why can't you act normal? Why you were so beautiful. You were so normal. Why can't you just be normal?" And it's just like
Yeah.
it's just like that is like where you definitely know that he knows that what he's doing is wrong. He has no doubt about it. He's just so obsessed with this woman. He's trying to make it work. And I think that because like I think when people like maybe when people view the movie, they assume that the Wish version of Nikki, not Nikki, is the one who is obsessed, and that's the reason for the title. No, I think it's Bear's obsession with Nikki is the reason why, like, is the reason for the title obsessed, because he's definitely more obsessed with her. It's
Yes.
it's kind of stated that she is holding him out as this like brother kind of character. I mean, they literally stated in the movie that he is in like she put him in the quote unquote friend zone.
Turns out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's incredibly obvious that
Yeah. That she
that
did not have as much feelings as he did for
yeah,
her.
I feel like it was it's hard to say that it's like one of those like kind of relationships where the girl gets off and the guy's simping for her. But I feel like somewhere deep down in Nikki, that's probably what she likes, even if she won't admit it to herself. And that brings me to another good point that I had that I put down in the notes. It was sort of one of the last ones, but it's the realistic friend group, friend group dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Because like in most like movies, and especially like horror movies, they're all seen as like real best friends, and there's not a lot of problems, or there's like really like surface level drama. But when you get into the movie, the world feels lived in. There,
Yeah,
like
like authentic.
yeah, all of the people have all of these different emotions about each other, and it gets expanded upon throughout the movie. And never once are you really confused on like what people feel about each other. Like Bear, and I can't remember his fucking name, but you know what I'm talking about. The other guy
The dude with
are
the hat, Cooper, whatever the fuck.
yeah, Cooper, yeah,
That's his real name, but no,
yeah,
I don't know what his name is.
Cooper's character. Yeah, Bear and Cooper's character are real good friends, and there's drama dynamics in there where like people are saying things behind like each other's backs, but like he's being a bro and telling Bear about some of the things people are saying because he's genuinely worried about the weird relationship that Bear has with Nikki that came suddenly out of nowhere. It's just all of those things that make it so much more real and authentic feeling that
Yeah.
it's just like it just feels lived in. Like I said, it's just a lived in. It's just a lived in world, and I love that so much. It's so great. It's God,
Yeah,
it's
it comes across like they're like like actual people, instead of just characters.
yeah, yeah. Like you can see these people as being real rather than just like caricatures of what people like are. Like, sorry, it's kind of late, but
So you,
but you understand what I'm saying. It's like
yes,
they're not just
yeah,
caricatures of like, you know,
like
mid.
scary movie type of like
Yeah, it's
I
not.
don't know if stereotypes the right word or like kind of like roles certain people play. Like
Well, it's not just like
it's
it's not just the standard like early to mid 20s people like just having sex or all this shit.
yeah, just
It's
like
just
dude
like
bros. They're just
there
like
there are complicated character dynamics going on that help make the world feel real. And that's what I love about this movie. I think most of all. I mean, there are a lot of other things that I love about this
yeah, oh
movie, but
yeah,
I think that was probably like the biggest one because there's so many other horror movies where the dialogue is just so honed in and forced.
yeah. You can tell it's scripted.
Yeah, yeah, it's I mean, I kind of hate saying that because, like, you can really always tell when something's scripted, but when you can lose yourself in these
Into the
moments,
yeah,
that's what makes a movie special to me, is when you can truly lose yourself in these characters, even only for an hour and 50 minutes. It's
yeah,
it's just fantastic. And everything seems to flow so well. It doesn't feel like a single thing is it doesn't feel like a single scene has overstayed its welcome.
yeah. The
It's
pacing was like really good.
phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Like
It's
that's the thing. Like some horror movies or certain movies, I feel like it gets really like sometimes it takes a little while to like get into like the main premise,
yeah.
like the initial like threat or like or what makes it scary. But like I feel like it kind of like was kind of fast, but not like too like in your face. Like it kind of seemed like it just flowed in like it should have.
Yeah.
It didn't take too long to get into what made it like the initial premise.
Yeah, it's like what, like 20 minutes in and we
Yeah,
already have like the one wish Willow introduced. We have him breaking and making the wish. It's like probably not even that. I think it's like 15 minutes maybe. And then you're already in that. And it kind
yeah,
of
and it doesn't
harkens.
even feel rushed either. Like
No,
sometimes,
not at all.
it could be the exact opposite sort of thing, but I feel like it flowed nicely.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. God. And can we I'm sorry, can we talk about the scene after Sarah's murder, which was just brutal, by the way.
Yeah, oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god. My
it caught
first
me off
my
guard.
first 2 times watching that, like my first time in the theater I watched that, and it scared the shit out of me
Because they're
because
having like a heart to heart moment or whatever, like
I figured I figured there was gonna be like a bit of a chase before she gets killed, but no, fucking not Nikki comes in, bashes in the fucking window, and starts bashing her fucking head in.
yeah, it was fucking instant. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, dude, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
Uh, but the scene after that, and after like she's like, oh, after not Nikki was like, oh, go home, Bear, and he goes to the store. He walks in, and the guy's like, "Whoa, what are you doing coming in with all this energy, man? Like, you need to chill the fuck out." It's
Just fuck with you, they're right there.
it's the like another good thing is that comedy, and I know this may sound weird to say, but comedy moments in horror movies are severely lacking, and especially
Yes.
like well written comedy moments, especially in sort of like I feel like absurdist might be the wrong word, but for a lack of a better term, this kind of absurdist world where magical things are being sold just kind of casually, to have the
Like,
shop
it's like
owner,
no big deal, yeah.
yeah, to have the shop owner just be like, Just when he comes in, he's like freaking the fuck out. He's like, "Where are the one wish willows? You guys fucking had him." It's like, "What? Wait, what one wish willows?" It's like, "You just fucking had him right there." It's like, "Okay, first off, calm down. I don't need your energy. Second of all, I'm fucking with you. They're right there." I remember just laughing my ass off when I
He's
first
so
saw that
nonchalant
because
about it.
it's so yeah, because it's the nonchalantness. It's so fucking funny. And then it's probably a little less funny, depending on how you feel. But when Cooper's character was like, "I wish for
Yes.
$1 million,"
So,
and Bear's
it's
just like
so
falling to
fucking
his knees and staring at Cooper's
yeah.
character as all of the money
This
is flowing down. It's pretty good. I remember when I went to the theater, there was an older couple that was sitting like a row or two in front of me. And I remember like the older guy in the couple. I remember the guy in the older couple, like just laughing out loud as Cooper's character wished for the money. It was so great.
the fucking shot's really good. He's just on the fucking ground
Yeah,
while
he's
all
on
this
the
shit's
ground, just
falling. And Cooper's just like, oh,
yeah, and then he comes banging on fucking
idiot,
Bear's
dude.
door. He's like, "Dude, the money's real. The money's real." He walks in. He gets shot by Not Nikki.
Like, dude.
Uh,
And that should also, like, if you know it's, real, that should definitely be an indicator that, fucked up shit's happening, because he's talking about, like, Nikki going crazy and shit.
yeah,
Like, why would you go back there, man?
yeah, I don't
Fuck.
understand. I don't understand why we go back there, especially after seeing Bear all bloody. But again, I kind
Yeah.
of just chalk it up to the kind of absurdist nature to the world that they've built around in Obsession, because it definitely feels a little like, and I don't mean this is a bad thing, but it like a lot of the people, like a lot of like the background characters, kind of feel like a little bit goofy. Like the first shop worker when he first buys, sorry, the first One Wish Willow is kind of like this like uninterested worker who's on her like who's on a call with a friend or something like that, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well this crystal right here gives you positive energy and all that stuff," and then she goes right
Like,
back to being
whatever.
on a phone call. Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
But it,
she's just like, I just want to go home.
yeah, like the, but if it again, it's just like, but okay, it's not all background characters still like that, because I think the party scene kind of solidifies like another thing. The party scene
Oh my
where
god.
she just does all that shit, like between like the whole like making a whole big deal out of Sarah kissing Bear, and then
Yeah.
like the whole Hansel and Gretel thing, and then like the
I, I,
you'll never love anybody as much as I love Bear's speech. The reactions to the things that she says when it pans over to the other
silence have never
people.
been so fucking loud, man.
Yeah, it was the loudest silence, but it was also the most realistic. Where it's like you can see some people kind of like silently like laughing a little bit to it, like in a very nervous way, and then other
Yeah.
people are just like deadpan, like, "What the fuck are you on?" You can tell that they put a lot of craft into this, down to the background characters. I think the only thing that I would complain about when it comes to just like the whole movie quality wise is that when Bear puts the cat in the bag, you can obviously tell it's a fake cat. Cat, fake cat. It's a fake cat. You can obviously tell it's a fake cat. Like it's a
The lunch thing or like the
well, because it's really stiff. Like, I mean,
uh
don't get me wrong. Like, okay, I don't know how many dead cat corpses
you can,
you've put into bags, but like I've never done that
luckily I
personally.
haven't either. I have not
It
gone to
just
that situation yet.
it just looked real stiff,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
like
was
it's
willing to overlook that, and I didn't even really notice it until the second viewing of the movie. So
like,
it's
are you
real.
talking about like the lunch scene or is it like
No,
the
no,
beginning
no,
of the
no, no,
movie?
no, no, not the lunch scene. It's whenever Bear. okay, so it's after the scene where Bear is at the diner and doing his like fake confession to the waitress, and then he comes home, he finds his cat dead, who overdosed on his pills that got mixed with food. And it's like during the scene that he is cleaning up the mess and putting the cat into the bag to dispose of her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when he's putting it in there, like it's really hard to tell. Not really hard to tell. It's very easy to miss upon first viewing it, but when I watched it a second time, it was kind of obvious that the cat was fake. But again, it's not that big of a deal, especially
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't
considering.
use real cats.
Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of glad they didn't use a real cat corpse too. I'm
Obsession 1, Cannibal Holocaust 0.
uh again, I when you said Cannibal Holocaust, I immediately thought of Burger. I think it was like
What?
Burger Hill or something like that. It was a movie Creepcast mentioned that sounds like a really messed up movie, and I kind of want to watch it just because I like to watch messed up movies.
I was
Uh,
talking about the one where it's basically like a documentary team meeting up with like this tribe or whatever, but like initially like the media has like portrayed these like documentary people or like this group as just like innocent people who just got fucking killed by these savage tribe people. But as
yeah.
you go out through the movie, you see the footage of what they've been recording. They're just fucking terrorizing these people,
Well,
like fucking
I kind
setting
of,
their shit on fire, killing them,
shit,
killing a bunch of fucking animals.
shit,
That's what I meant by like the animal thing.
I kind of want to watch that. Goddamn. You said what's it called?
It's called Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust. Oh shit! I think my keyboard died. Yeah, my keyboard died. Fuck.
Oh shit! Oh,
That's what I get for. That's what I get for getting
wireless.
a wireless keyboard. I fucking dumbass. I don't know where the wire is either. I turned off my fucking lights.
I'm status. I always get USB.
Well, I could leave it plugged in. I just don't because I don't want to kill the battery. But it's whatever. Shit. Is there anything else that I wrote down notes wise? Hold on. So I think I covered all I wanted to cover.
So that's like most of your notes.
I think so. Let me see. Oh, actually, there's one other thing. Okay, so you remember the scene from the bedroom scene where she's watching him from the corner?
Yeah.
Do you remember how like in one particular shot where she's kind of up close, where she looked like very off?
Yeah.
So the reason for that is because they actually did a bit of just a bit of like makeup visual effects for her. They kind of like did the makeup to where her eyes look a little bit like they put like eye makeup on her actual eyelids to kind of extend her eyes a little more. And then I did like lines on her like cheeks and at some lines like on other places on her face to kind of make her look like a little off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's between like the fact that it's super dark and also the makeup that they put on her in that scene. It's still even the third time it still fucking unsettled me
Yeah. Oh
whenever
my
they
god.
panned up on her like that. That's how even after knowing what they did and it still affected me in that way is just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. I also gotta say one thing that I kind of noticed too is like even though like sometimes how like there's like certain points even in that scene where she just like walks away or just like runs up on him even though like sometimes it seems like such like a like it doesn't seem too off. I don't know. It seems so fucking uncanny the way like she like moves sporadically. I guess it just fucking creeps the
Oh,
shit out of
dude,
me.
that scene right before she talks about like threatening to kill herself, and she like that fucking music starts playing, and she starts walking backwards in that
Yeah,
fucking weird way. Oh, or or the
it's
or the
fucking
last
creepy, man.
scene, or the last scene when you see her in the background. When Bear comes into the home, I don't know if you noticed, but she starts fucking walking all freaky and shit in the background right behind him. That shit is so fucking spooky, dude.
Yeah, the way like the movement is just so fucking uncanny.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. The way that she's so good at this. If I don't see her in any other movies, I will start a fucking riot,
Yeah,
bro.
I would be very upset. She
Oh
has
my
already shown she is
god.
very capable of being
Oh
like
god.
as a good actor.
Oh. Um. Shit. Oh, Sarah. I think we should probably talk about Sarah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know it probably seems like a bit rushed, but also I need to be up by 12, or I need to be at work by 12 p.m. tomorrow. It's a whole like not Labor Day. It's fucking 4th of July shit. So
Yes.
yeah. Um. Hopefully we won't have to rush this whenever we do these, because these will be occasional. These won't be like all the
Yeah.
time.
Just more like every now and then.
Every now and again, yeah. I think we might like look back on it. I was telling Luke like we'll workshop it, but like maybe we'll do like video game live streams if one of us plays, the other one kind of like watches, or maybe both of us can play. It really
Yeah.
depends. But like the whole movie, like after watching movie thing, I feel like we could do that every now and again, maybe like once a month, some sort of deal.
Just kind of switch it up.
Yeah, just like watching a movie, and then just immediately like reacting to, or just immediately like just pouring out our thoughts. I feel like it would be really cool. Add something you know nice to the channel where it's like a little bit of a quickie, and I can upload it like once every month. Adds a little more content to the channel, and it's not
It
as much work on
differentiates
my part.
between like yeah, just kind of differentiates between like a podcast, like
Yeah.
just only podcast.
Well, I
You
mean,
kind of get like
well, I mean,
a taste of
this is still technically a podcast, but
oh yeah,
I would like to help.
different form, I guess.
Yeah, I would like to help differentiate us from the podcast that I obviously ripped off when I made the channel. But all that being said, not Nikki, Sarah. I feel like it's a very heartbreaking character,
Yes.
especially given how she goes out. Because my God, Sarah is an absolute. I mean, come on now. I could easily see myself falling for Sarah, so it makes it like all the more frustrating. Where it's like he's having somebody who is very well adjusted and a fucking tattoo artist at that, who's also really sweet. It's just like he's just still so obsessed with Nikki that it
Yeah.
blinds him from that, and it really lends itself more to the whole nice guy, not rhetoric, because that seems to be an insulting way to say it. Not rhetoric, but like it lends itself to the whole nice guy sort of feel
Shit.
to Bear's character, where it's like someone who, if he wasn't so blindsided by like the, I guess, quote unquote conventionally attractive like girl, he could see that there's someone who he could totally be attracted to, who was sitting there right in front of him and giving
Yeah.
him the most obvious
Signs.
the most obvious signs that she really likes him. And even Nikki brings it up in the beginning.
Yeah,
She's
in the
like,
beginning.
yeah, where like she's like, Sarah's asking about you, and he's like, oh,
And
I'm
then
just
she
here as
even
a
knows,
friend.
like, yeah.
And he doesn't even show her like. The thing that bothers me is that he doesn't start showing her affection until like halfway
Nikki
through the
starts
movie.
being crazy.
Yeah, halfway through the movie when Nikki starts being crazy, and then it's like, all of a sudden, oh, now you're interested. And it's like you're a
You're kind
fucking
of
piece of shit.
selfish. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, Bear. Like that's the thing. At the beginning, I could see how some people might sympathize from like the beginning. You know, it's just like, damn, he's just kind of like awkward guy.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just not. It's not like his initial intentions were bad. It's just the way that he went about it after. Like he knew something obviously was wrong,
Yeah,
but yet still wanted to take advantage of that. And he's
yeah,
even brought up like you know, like through signs, like through other people, just like, you know, it's kind of weird.
yeah, exactly. I, God, it's just another one of those things that makes it so much of a polarizing movie, in a good way, in a great way, in a great way. It's I will never stop riding the dick of Curry Baker. Uh,
Clipped it, guys.
yeah, exactly. Clip it.
I'm taking it out of context, dude.
Yeah, I'm riding his cock physically, literally, sitting on his dick. I'm riding it.
Keep giving me more ammunition, man. I'm blackmailing for $1 million.
Blackmail me for $1 million. Good fucking luck, man. The most you'll get is a really shitty apartment
Yeah,
and
wait for a minute.
well, I mean, significantly better rig than you currently have. So you might actually get something out of it. So, you know. But yeah, no, God, such a great movie. And honestly, all of these other YouTuber movies are doing great. I'm hoping for more great stuff. I'm really hoping.
This year has come out with like a lot of good heavy hitters.
Yeah, and not to get too much into politics because that's not really what the channel is about. But my stepdad, when I was visiting with my family, my stepdad mentioned something about he watched a video talking about controversial presidencies and the steep rise in quality of horror media. And I feel, without saying a whole lot, I feel that is a very prevalent topic to be had, especially now, especially in this year.
Yeah.
it's
Oh, definitely.
I mean, do I need to even say
We-
anymore?
Oh, come on, who are you talking about?
Oh, that's really hard to say.
I couldn't put a finger on it.
I couldn't put a finger on it. It's really quite hard to put a finger on it, unlike the finger I put on that 13-year-old girl.
You know where I grab them?
I really just say that just because I don't want to spiral into like politics on a horror-related podcast, but which some absolute buzzkills would be the most detrimental thing. But I feel like you can have a bit of fun without reminding yourself about the shitty world that you live in. So if you're one of those people, shut the fuck up and have fun. Or, I don't know, get out of here. I don't really care what you do with your life. Just don't bring your shit around me. Because trust me, I'm aware of all the shit.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. It's not that, it's pretty fucking obvious. But we're trying to have fun here. But before we end off this little side dish here, you got any more closing thoughts, Luke?
I kind of said a lot of like how I felt about it here, but I will say, just to leave it off on a note, I feel like it was like a really good, and I generally think it's like a really unique kind of like not the monkey's paw itself is like a new concept, but the way he went about it, I feel like is like such like a unique kind of direction from like other kind of just like, you know, now like previous sort of like horror films and stuff like that. I feel like you can relate it to like even like real life sort of things, and that's kind of what makes it so unsettling, like in its own thing. You feel like it, like sometimes it's like, even, you know, like saying like the premise initially, some people might say like, oh, what's so fucking scary about that? But it's like, the way it go, the way like it tells its story makes it like so like such like an unsettling or like uncomfortable watch, but in like a good way though.
Yeah,
Like it
it's
set at it did what it set out to do.
yeah, it's the acting, it's the direction, it's the writing, it's everything. It did what it set out to do. Um, and I love it so much. I mean, I've said a lot of I said a lot of what I could say. Uh, Good God. But for my final closing thought, I am super glad that I could help you watch this because like all the little all the little reactions that you had to everything that was going on, I just had a fucking just a wide smile on my face because it was it was for the
Yeah,
most
there's
part
so
it
many
was
fucking that just caught me off guard,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, for the most part it was the same fucking reactions that were going on in my head when I first watched the movie. It, God, it was just like it was as if I astroplaned to that moment where I was watching the movie, and it wonderful. It just it was. I'm glad I got to be there for your first time. I got to pop your proverbial cherry with Obsession. Uh, so I'm just yeah. I mean,
You know,
fuck.
I'm glad to watch it. Yeah, I'm glad we got to watch it too, because like I feel like if I didn't watch with you, I kind of would have put it off and just hear it's a good movie and just never watch it. But honestly, it
Ah,
was a really great
God.
movie.
Well, that means we need to watch Iron Lung at some point because
Oh yeah,
I've also
I still haven't fucking watched Iron Lung yet too.
yeah because I've also got Iron Lung. Um, but yeah, without making this too long, because this is supposed to be like a short little thing. Really hope you guys enjoyed this little side dish. I'm thinking about calling this side dish, really leaning into the pasta theme. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you think of
eventually.
more puns for it.
Yeah, we gotta think of more like puns, idioms, whatever you want to call it. But really hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this is the same day that we recorded the
Yeah.
that we
If you see me in what is it called? Some Metro,
yeah, this is the same. Yeah, if you see Luke at the Glenmont Metro, shoot him,
fucking kill me.
please. Yeah,
Yeah,
just kill him.
I'm begging for it.
Actually, they're gonna see this before that episode's out, so I think. Well, you guys didn't hear that at
Yeah.
all, so shut up. Like and subscribe, share if you feel like you can, and yeah, I guess we'll see you all in the next episode. Stay spooked. Baba Booey.